All right, here we are. This is install day. Just got done getting all the Sorinex racks up. Now the weight room, the dog pound, is fully powered by Sorinex. We are fired up. Thank you all for everything you've done for us, man. We are pumped up. Good looking out. Sorinex stands for solving problems and equipping people to do their jobs at the highest level. From Pops starting out in his garage and creating things from scratch, and then troubleshooting for decades what people in the iron game needed, they're able to find and get to some conclusions that I don't know everybody else is. It's one thing to say, here's what I would do with a room if I had a bottomless budget. We don't have a bottomless budget. We got set with a number, and once I got to that number, we were able to start making things work. But Phil was instrumental in hearing some of the problems and some of the things that we needed to do here. For instance, work within the space, maximize your footprint so that we had the most amount of utility at every single rack, and so on and so forth. And then I think something that goes overlooked when you're talking about designing your room is you want your staff and the people that have to facilitate the workouts in that room to be able to do that with the greatest amount of optimization possible. No matter who you are in college athletics, you have to think about brand amplification. And you got to be able to communicate what you're about non-verbally. So when people walk into this facility, they visit, or recruits come through, or coworkers come through, or alumni come through, we want to let the room do the talking and let them be able to enjoy how far we've come. The jammer arms at the front give us a whole spectrum of new options to use with our team. We're going to use Olympic lift variations throughout the year, but anybody out there that's programmed Olympic lifts, when you start getting into the snatch and when you start getting into some of the overhead stuff, you have problems that arise from, number one, a learning curve. Number two, football players or any athlete in general takes a beating on their shoulders a lot. So there's times in the year when we try to get away from overhead Olympic movements. The jammer arms gives us a tremendous option to put something in that's safe, that we feel like you can do a little bit more frequently, and it's got a really small learning curve attached to it. The install day was a tremendous experience. That's a highlight of my career. And it ain't just because we built new racks. That's the last thing that's on my mind when I tell you it was a highlight of my career. There are 4 Citadel grads currently employed at Sorinex, and they were all involved in this job. And then my staff coming together, but everybody in here working together to get this thing done and work it as a team was awesome. And seeing this stuff go up and then being left with something that, to be honest with you, people said we would never have here is a very proud moment.